Hello, welcome to our next session of Care for the Caregivers. You are welcome here. You are the caregiver in your personal, professional, or community. Just come on in. This is where we create space to encourage, empower, and just share our own personal journeys to really maybe shed some light into somebody's life, bringing hope, health, and happiness to this world in our own little way. God help us. Today, I have an amazing panel of ladies and gentlemen. So, let me go ahead and jump right in and bring them along. Yes, so the first person is Miss Corey. Corey, you welcome here.
Hi. Hi, I'm Corey Christofek, and I am right now I'm a homeschool teacher. I've also been a special needs teacher in the classroom for 12 years, and mostly working with kids with learning disabilities and behavior disorders.
Wow.
And I'm a health coach now.
Yay. Welcome, Corey. Now I'm gonna bring the next amazing Susan.
Yes, my name's Suzanne Morneau. I and my daughter, who suffered a brain injury in her last year of college, co-founded All Things Become New, and we bring as much education and resources to the state of Maine as we can. We do a bunch of different things, and it's fun.
It's fun. Yes, make everything fun because life will go on. It's now the decision is you to decide what you want to do with it. So it's fun. I'm gonna bring in an amazing friend, Jennifer. Come on in, Jen.
Good morning, ladies. Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Jennifer Weithman. I also work as a health coach. I'm in the banking and finance industry. It's my 11th year. I worked about 10 years in the railroad industry as well. I'm a breast cancer survivor from 5 years ago, so I'm very active in volunteer and fundraising for breast cancer awareness.
Hmm.
You all of you.
Welcome, Jen. Welcome, Jen. You are just an amazing person. Your journey and all. Like, let's talk. I'm gonna bring you the fun, Debbie. Debbie, come on in. Deb,
Okay, does it say I'm in the show?
You made it.
I told you she's fun.
I was like, I'm trying, guys. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Deb.
My name is Debbie. I am a mom, a lover of health and people, and a health coach, of course.
Welcome. Let's talk how we can help, encourage, and empower others to be fun like you. Yes, I'm gonna bring in Joe. Joe is our Hope Minister all the way from across the world. Come on in, Joe. How are you? Joel, welcome. And how are you?
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. You are on live. Introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Funky Sure. I'm
Hmm.
Oh, our
We might
Hope
not get to hear him
Minister.
sing.
You having problems again? Oh well. We're just gonna continue. But Joe is the one that always bring in our hope most of the time, right, Deb?
Yes.
Yeah, he sings for us, and he's a young man that is full of so much inspiration. So, welcome, ladies. Welcome. Let's go ahead and share while we're here. Invite others. Just take a few minutes and do that, so we can have this scene and everybody that we really know and have in our hearts that are going through these situations can really be seen, and we can get seen and be seen. Oh, Jennifer, you can come back in if you mistakenly took yourself out. Yes, we are on. Let me see. So let's share. Jennifer. I think Felicia, Dr. Dita, was supposed to join us, but maybe she's still on her way. So take it in, Sus. Suzanne, so tell us, break it in because I'm gonna tell you guys. My name is Emma. I'm the host, but the birth of these sessions or this broadcast really came about with me talking behind the scene with my friends, and this is how we speak. We all go through a lot of things, but we want to bring you up some behind the scenes things.
Yeah.
We are real people living real life, dealing with real challenges, but just finding a way to contend against these things and become our true, authentic, beautiful selves in all form, like Suzanne said earlier. Just having fun with it. So, Suzanne, please tell us, what is it that you have gone through that you can stand here and tell somebody, like, hello, um, you're going through this. I see you. I hear you. Caregiving is kind of challenging, and also it has rewarding things that can come with it. So, what is it you can really tell us about?
Well, for me, when I think of caregiving, I think of it's just a phone call. One day I'm raising a family of 5 girls. They're very athletic. We're having fun. We're living the American dream. And I have a daughter in college, and she's a goalie, and she's phenomenal. She's got some awards that she's gone across the country for really good play. And she got knocked out one day. And, like, and I think like anybody that's a caregiver can understand that. Like things are just going well. And then you get a phone call and it's different. Um, Life is just different. It's not the same. I got a daughter that now has a brain injury that is out of control with her emotions, that's angry. She's no longer the happy, peaceful person. And it gets rough. And then there's no care in our area. So, like to find the right care, I'm no longer able to work. There's the stress of the finances, part of the income's gone, and part of my husband becomes the mother of the other four. We had just adopted 2 kids, and it was just crazy. And during that time, I had a daughter with a pregnancy where we had to be in Boston, which is like 10 hours away. She was kind of like a single mom with a daughter that was going to be born where most would have aborted, because of the amount of disabilities that she was going to have. And it was just one thing after another. And I can tell you, I didn't care about me. I was in survival mode. If you're a caregiver, you understand survival mode. You don't eat, you don't eat. You eat too much, you eat too much. You eat wrong, you eat wrong. It doesn't matter. You grab what's there or you don't grab. If it's not there, you just go with it. And during that time, that was very hard. I didn't take care of me. And then talking with Coach Emma, it was like, man alive, she's got a daughter that has seizures because of epilepsy, and my daughter had seizures because of a brain injury. It was hard. Um, we've got them under control. And I know, Emma, you're working through stuff. And I think what impressed me mostly, that I think that's why we connected, Emma, is you just exuberate joy. But your daughter was having seizures 2 days before the conference that we went to, like, and she's in school, and there's, like we're juggling so much as caregivers, you know. Yeah, and sometimes we don't get seen. So
Sometimes we don't get seen. Wow.
sometimes
Mm.
we don't get seen. It was survival. That happened in 2010 and 2013. I told my daughter on the way to a trip to Portland, sobbing, there is no way that God cannot turn this for good. I don't believe that.
Mm.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that this can work together for good. We started a nonprofit that year called All Things Become New. And in 2016, we started really pushing towards education and conferences and support groups. And I actually run a caregiver support group in the state of Maine, virtual, which is kind of cool. And we do what we can, and it's hard, but we're having fun in the midst of it. And I've took back charge of my health. Woohoo!
We're gonna come back to that because you are a health coach just like I am. So we all really just met through this amazing program that from different walks of life,
Yeah.
different areas in the country and the world, we decided and started at different times to do something amazing, which is taking charge of our health. So if really this platform is for you sitting there, you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's over. Like, I'm just stuck. I'm a caregiver. I don't know what to do. My life is over. We are here to hold space and tell you it's not. Let this be a charge for you too. It is not over. So I'm going to slide over from Maine. We're going to go all the way to Georgia. Take it, Corey. Go for it.
Hi. Um, so I was a teacher in classrooms for special needs, and then I kind of moved into teaching some teachers, and then with my last two kids being pregnant, I decided to stay home and homeschool them. So I've always been kind of working with others and trying to help them. And I also kind of lost myself in the mix. Just always, just even my dad was dealing with cancer, and I just a lot of personal stuff going on in my life when I was a little bit younger. And I think I just kept putting myself on the back burner because I am really kind of codependent, where I see a problem and I think I need to fix it, and just trying to jump in and fix everybody else and not fix myself. So, so basically, I mean, I think that as a special needs teacher, I really had to focus on just having patience and staying calm and really listening to the kids and what their needs were, and the same with with everything else in my life, but I wasn't listening to my own needs. So I really had to take a step back and just kind of realize I needed to take care of me first, and that's what would help everyone else in the process.
Wow. Yeah. Just take a step back. Is sometimes we kind of feel guilty doing that, don't we, Debbie?
Oh,
Like
yes.
just taking a step back to remember that. How about I put myself first because me, I am the centerpiece of this whole thing. Like just looking around you sometimes it's like I am here because I'm the one that holds all the pieces together. So yes, I want to take care of my child. I want to take care of my family. I want to be there for work professionally. Your dad, Corey. But if you do not take care of you, then what? You'll be the first to go. My doctor had to actually tell me that. Ladies, it was crazy, but I took that charge. That's why I'm here today, holding space. If you have questions, come on in. Let's talk. Deb, what do you think?
I think you're right. I think it's very, it almost sounds simple when we're like, oh, self-care, it's important, but it's so easy to slide into being stuck, in like everything is about the person you're taking care of, whether it's a child who is just simply your child, right? Being a homeschool mom that can be very isolating because all of a sudden you're not sending them off to school and living your life. You have them all the time. And I love my kids, but all the time is a lot. um Two, if you're dealing with somebody who has an injury, or an illness or whatever, and then you're again in that then you're in that taking care of someone else energy or that space. And so self-care is not intuitive. I mean, you'd think it would be, and probably on an animal level it is, but I think especially for women, taking care of somebody else and putting ourselves on the back burner for now is our default, but for now becomes a habit. And so then we just get used to taking care of somebody else and not us, thinking it's for now, but it's not for now. It's kind of for a long time until we figure it out.
Oh my goodness. That is
100%.
great. Oh my good. Yes. It is a default. Susan, yes, we've all been there. It is a default. Like you just do it, thinking it's now. It's 10 years. You're still doing
Right.
it. your own health. Now you are the one needing help.
Because every single one
Wow.
of us, like in the moment, you're thinking, okay, well, I mean, we all do this where you're like, okay, I got to do this and this and this and this and this. What's first? Because we're like in this triage mode, right? And so the bubble bath is like way back in priority, right?
Mhm.
And so it's so easy to just in that triage energy, just be taking care of the most loudest, most, you know,
Elephant. The
yeah,
elephant.
the biggest elephant. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing that we take care of. So yeah, we just have to
Oh,
remember the perspective.
Yeah,
wow.
and I think that guilt is so real because you just feel like if I take care of me, I'm not taking care of somebody else, which is actually the opposite. We
Wow.
actually need to take care of ourselves in order to take care of others.
Yeah.
Corey, Suzanne, Emma, Jennifer, like how many of us have heard that when you're talking to somebody who needs to work with us to get healthier and they're like, yeah, okay, but I've got these kids and I just don't want to really spend money on me because I feel like I mean, how many of us have heard that?
Mhm.
Default.
Yeah.
Right. And how many of us are happier when our health is in check and we feel good? So
Mm,
then we're able to, move that happiness onto everyone else. And we
mhm.
don't even realize before when we were kind of in this rut, how that affects everyone. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, for me, I'm telling you, you know, we think that we come here for one thing, like we don't even know what we're doing. Default, just taking care of somebody else. But that energy you bring, that energy is healing. That's the first that's the first medicine you can take anywhere you go.
Mm,
That's the first, like for me, when I start I heal, I've really sucked my own self out. It was like that is the healing I can take to anybody without even physically taking anything. So let's just think about that for a minute. Jennifer, we'll come to you. What do you have for us, dear?
I think I agree with what's been said, and I think what really brought it to light for me is the airplane situation when you're on the plane and you see that oxygen mask and you hear that time and time again. If there is an emergency, you need to put that oxygen mask on yourself first and then on the ones you're taking care of. And it finally the light went off for me when I was traveling with 3 children under the age of 5 and I was the only adult. And I said, now I get it. If I don't take care of myself, I'm not going to be able to give them the care they need and deserve.
mm,
Hmm.
So I finally grasped that concept and I'm able to show up better for them. And like Corey mentioned, there is an element of guilt. Like I should be here. I very much want to be the nurturer, the caregiver, but I also am learning to recognize that to be more effective at that, I need to take care of myself and demonstrate to my children, to others that I'm modeling for how to take care of yourself so that they can do that for themselves.
wow.
And I think certain events in our lives can force us to get messages when we need to. For me, it was when with the cancer, I like to be the one to help other people, not to need the help or have to ask for help. So it was a very humbling situation and a learning process, but it's a gift to others to allow them to help us. And
Hmm.
that was one of the biggest lessons I got.
I'd like to bounce off of what Jennifer just said because I know that I said this once before, Emma, but we're taught our whole lives to be independent thinkers, independent learners, independent everything. But then when we're dealing with cancer or we're dealing with a sick family member, whatever it is, we really have to flip the switch and become dependent in some degree, whether it's you need help to get to an appointment because you can't get there, or you need finances to get to a doctor that you have to see. Like, we're so independent, we meet our own needs that it's really hard to say, look, I need help. And that was a big struggle for me. That was like a life lesson on the road. I remember just those points of like, wow, so and so called. I'm 6 hours away from the house. I mean, I have limited resources. I'm not working. We took out a home equity to weather the storm, but a friend called and said, "Can I bring you something to eat?" And I was at the hospital in the ER. Mindy just wouldn't stop having seizures, and it was the first time where I said, "You know what? Yes, please come." And that was a junction for me where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take what's offered because I can't do it alone anymore.
Mm.
Wow. So, yeah, we have Michelle. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome, welcome,
Hello,
welcome.
good morning.
Hello, you're a new face.
Yeah,
Yes,
actually, Michelle is one of my new clients.
Ooh.
Hey, Marshall.
I can barely hear it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my volume turned up. Can you
I'm,
all hear me?
We
we
can hear
can
Yes.
you.
hear you.
Okay.
hmm
I can't
Michelle
hear.
is a new client, a dear friend who met at from church. Yes, and she is a caregiver herself. We're here talking about care for the caregiver, Michelle. So, do you have something to chip in? What has helped you? Like, I know you got to that point where you're here right now and you want to start taking care of your health. Hopefully, you've been hearing all what we've been talking about. But, we all were where you were right now and we had to do something differently.
Uh,
You,
Did you ask me a question? I'm sorry if you did. I missed it.
no, I'm asking you, I said, how do you feel making that decision to start taking care of your health right now?
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm very excited about it because for a long time I've tried many different things, to get on that journey. And right now, at a point in my life, I want to be my best, that I could be, my best me. And part of that is my health and just feeling good, every day that I wake up and able to just function at the best I can be. So yeah, I'm really excited about getting started.
Well, you're welcome here. I mean, she has gone through some really hard things, just like all of us here, but we all have decided to do something different. Not just take that hard situation and that hard season in our lives and sit on it, but move forward. Because it's after you move out of that season that you can really start seeing clearly why you went through it. But if you sit on it, you are just not doing a favor to yourself and to even God that sent you here on earth. Right, Susan?
Yes. And I love the ripple effect. And I know we've all seen it. Like, get healthy, get off some medications. Like I've gone off all my medications. And then, like I sent Emma a picture last night of my husband. My husband too has gotten healthy. And I have a daughter that's gotten healthy. And I have, so like I have friends that have seen that yes, we can put ourselves first and we can make those daily changes in our habits. And it's a ripple effect. And I know each every one of you has seen that in your lives, which is it's bigger than us.
Yes. I lost 50 pounds in 4 months. Come on. My life totally changed right away. Like, right away, you know? So for me, it was the benefit of just really just knowing exactly who I was again, or just finding me back. For me, that was the benefit of the program. It wasn't just losing the weight, you know. So we are here mostly as caregivers, holding this space to encourage, empower somebody that's sitting somewhere thinking it's over for them. It's not.
Mm.
Our stories, hopefully you can hear somebody's story that you connect with and really just let it shed some light into your own journey. But this is very, very possible. We coached in a group where there is support, right? There is support and there is accountability. There is we have the structures, and we really come. We encourage each other, and we have a plan for you going into the holidays, ladies.
Mm.
What would you say? How can we give somebody out there a plan to navigate through it
Yeah.
without stress eating, emotionally eating, you know, physically just seeing food and eating, or just hiding and eating, whatever your own eating things are, just how can we help them with that?
I just had a big like when Suzanne was talking, and it just hit me. I know, like we hear all the time that people don't want to take. Well, people think, well, if I take care of myself, it's selfish because I could be taking care of somebody else. And so I think that that idea of put yourself first translates in their ears as put yourself only, or
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? Like me
mhm.
first, get me completely fine, and then I can take care of other people. But that's not even the case. It's take care of you so you can take care of everybody else. It's not instead of everybody else. So I just thought of that when you were talking, that maybe we need to be a little bit more clear about, like, it's simply, get some food in your face before you feed the other people, or like, put the air, like Jennifer's analogy, put the
Eh,
oxygen
bag.
mask on first and then serve everybody else. You're still serving everybody else. It's just that you're coming from a way better place because you're more capable and more happy and, better energy, because you have given to yourself. That's
Amen.
interesting. I thought of that.
Yeah.
Exactly. What came to my mind when Emma was speaking is I hear the energy, the vibrancy, the joy coming out, and I hear her mention, I didn't know you 50 pounds ago, Emma, but I feel like your energy, your body now allowed your personality to catch up with where
Mhm.
it let that energy and that joy come out so that you can bring all of this enthusiasm to everyone.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Thank you. Jen? Thank you, Jen. Corey, what do you think?
Well, so going into the holidays, if if your goal is to not be eating the little things and whatever, one, water, 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 water. Drink that water all the time, and especially if you're thinking you really want something, have the water, walk away. If you really need it, come back, have a little bit, walk away. When I go somewhere, I like to have like my water in my hand, so I have something in my hand. It makes me feel like I'm not just, needing to put the food in my mouth. Or I'll get a small plate and walk around with that.
Mm.
I just take small things, and then you can always bring something that is healthy. Make sure you have something there for you. Um, and then also, my Meg, our big coach, whatever, she always says, like, get a wine glass and put your soda water and lime and lemon in there, and you feel like you're having a drink too, even though
Yeah.
you're not. So just a few tips.
My favorite tip for the holidays is make the event about the people, not the
Mm.
food. So really focus on the reason for the holiday, the people that you're meeting, whether it's a tailgate party or a special event, sentimental, just make it about the people, and really you'll see those relationships strengthen along the way as well.
Oh, that's good. That is a good one. Really, they're all really good tips, So, for me, I just feel like I like dressing up. So, if I'm going anywhere, I wear like the cutest thing that wouldn't give me space to. It's just me, okay? The cutest thing that it's not first, it's not gonna give me a lot of allowance to be messing around. Okay,
I
that is
like
me.
that. I like that idea.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, sometimes physically you have to make sure things are behaving themselves, right? So I don't first I'm not gonna be thinking about it because I don't have the room. Okay, then next, make it about the people. I love that. I love to talk. I mean to meet new people and just, share what is going on with me. Sometimes that is necessary, That's how we all met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um really going through the holidays, I just want to encourage you, whatever feelings you're having. Some people really get this time of the year is terrible for them, they just, oh, here comes Curtis. This time of the year is very challenging. I said, as emotional as you are, try and talk it out with somebody. Find a good friend. Don't just food. It's not. It's gonna be there for that minute, but it's gone. It's making you. It's gonna make you feel worse. So is it maybe some thoughts you need to process it with a professional, a good friend? Come to us. That's why we're here. I mean, you can talk. You don't have to give us details, but just know that we are going through things, hard things as well, and we're here for each other. It might be with somebody else you're caring for that, that might not even be responding very well to you being present and spending all your time taking care of them. But the first thing for me, because I am going through some real deep things, taking care of family. But for me, how I overcome every day it is a mission. I'm here on a mission.
Mm.
And whatever God puts on my path, He will find a way to see me through it. So for me, I just find a way to really overcome those little things and keep it moving. So please talk about it, whatever is challenging you before you start stuffing your face with the food, emotionally or stress wise, you know, and make it about the people. Eat from smaller plates. Yeah. So how do we all fill our cups going into the holidays as coaches, as humans, as caregivers, bringing hope? How do we fill our cups?
Go
Um,
ahead, Debbie.
Sorry, no, I just was thinking like on the filling your cup and on the like making it through the holidays thing. I was just realizing that we have so many different people and so many different levels of caregiving. So there are, and I just like some people are homeschool moms. Holy cow, that is caregiving.
Yes.
um, and or children with injuries, or like some of us are dealing with somebody with like dementia or somebody who's on hospice. I mean, there's like several different levels or layers deep that you could be in. And so one of the thoughts that I had was, I know in our coaching, one of the things that we've learned is just to move your body. And so one of the tips was the 6 S's. And so I'm just going to like talk about that real fast, because I think that honestly, sometimes just getting in that rut that Corey was talking about, like after a while, it's like first it starts out as a line and then it's a rut. And then all of a sudden it's like the Grand Canyon. And you're like, how the heck do I get out of here? And so it's impossible to see your way out. But I think just moving and like the chemicals, getting the juices flowing literally, is one of the ways to get yourself out of the rut psychologically. So the 6 S's are stance, as in your posture, standing, meaning get up and stand up, not just sit down, strolling, as in moving, walking, stairs, that's better than the elevator, that kind of thing. Samba, so like even just while you're, I don't know, washing dishes or, vacuuming or whatever, have some music on and just get moving. And switch, as in if you're right-handed, try to use your left hand. Just that's also good for you neurologically. But I would add a seventh S. I would say sunshine, especially in the winter time when we need more sunshine anyway, especially people who live in Maine. We need sunshine, and you know what? Your person that you're caregiving needs sunshine. And so if you get them out for a walk and go outside and spend time in the fresh air and the sunshine, I think that alone can get you out of the rut, or start it anyway.
Very that like you need an applause for bringing that up. Seriously, sunshine. What do you think about that, Suzanne? Sunshine, man.
She nailed it. She nailed it. And listen, if you have float therapy near you, ladies, you got to go try it. Float
Float
therapy.
therapy.
Yeah.
Research it. I'm in the middle of trying to bring a full therapy business to my area. It's amazing what it does for stress relief.
Oh, wow. That is great. Well, this is going so well. Corey, Alana, Georgia, we already have a lot of sunshine, so we don't need that.
That's right. But just get outside because that is so true. I love
We
everything
need
you
float
said, Debbie.
therapy, right, Jen?
That's right.
I
I'm in
love
Florida.
We need float therapy. Uh, that is good. So on a closing level, I mean, what are some one or two things you can direction you can give people to go, starting with you, Jen, like to start taking control of their own, you
Mm.
know, health and being a better caregiver, especially on a professional level. What is it that you've noticed that can really help someone when they made that switch to start taking care of themselves?
Well, I think on a professional level, confidence and energy are the two things that come to mind. When you show up for yourself and are feeling your best, then you're the most effective, whether it be with your employees, with presentation, your project. That brings a confidence and that brings an energy that you need. And I think the other thing to think about with caregiving is that every one of us are caregivers in one way or another, whether you're a parent or whether you're caring for self. And coming out of the pandemic, professionally, a lot of people are working from home that were not before. And that can lead to depression if you're not careful. That can lead to more during life. So think about what Debbie just shared with the 7 S's now. Even if you take a walk for your lunch break, something like that can be helpful. And it helps your mind as well to be sharper once you are moving and nourishing your body with what it needs.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, thank you for that. Really, because coming back from the pandemic or coming out of the pandemic, a lot of people are struggling just to adjust again. You know, they used to, just bad habits. So we are here to let you know, actually, as health coaches, to let you know, once you learn these habits, these other new habits, these are the things that will serve you moving forward. 4 years from 4 years ago, I would never have dreamt that my career life would just switch from being a scientist for 25 years and now I'm a health coach. That's what I do, really, bringing and inspiring and just helping others to be their better selves. You know, so hey, if you're out there too, are you really just looking to help others, right? Susan, what can you say? If you're looking to help others, how can you bring them in? Tell them how easy this program is.
Well, ultimately, it's mindset, and people have got to be just tired of being unhealthy. Like, I literally woke up one day last summer and said, I cannot be unhealthy one more day. I can't do this. Like, literally, I can't. It's just, I threw the towel in. I reached out to my coach. I reached out to a friend that had lost quite a bit of weight and had set that example of, it can change. And our program's easy, which blew my mind. Now I'm down 60 pounds. I'm not far from where I want to land this thing. But yeah, I think if people are tired and exhausted and can't get out of their own way, this is the program for them. The energy is through the roof, the nutrition's through the roof. It's not processed, it's just healthy. I just say do it. You're worth every penny. I was
You're
worth every penny. And I got to tell you this real quickly, like sometimes, because it really comes down to cost of the program, cost of the food. A lot of times when we're talking with people, I don't know anybody that wouldn't take their credit card and take a vacation and spend $3,000 and pay it off for a year. That's the culture. That's really the culture we live in. But nobody would take a credit card to be healthy in a year. like our priorities are wrong. You know, we pay for the fun, but we won't pay for the health. And that's just resonated with me, that my health is worth every penny that I put into. I'm off my blood pressure medication. I'm off my thyroid medication. I'm no longer pre-diabetic. I'm climbing mountains. I'm more healthier than some of my grandchildren that sit behind a computer all day long. And I said, just do it. If you're watching this broadcast, just do it. Reach out to
Just,
these health coaches.
just, just do it, because age actually is age is not the problem. Age is not the enemy. Stagnation, being stuck in that fixed mindset is the problem. One big thing you will learn being a caregiver, or just even you being cared for, when you come among us, as that we are all in the flow. We know something that can help you. That is the truth. We are all of age. As you see us, we look young and vibrant. But let me tell you, let me see our ages. We're gonna be like at least 300. Are we like 300 years old? All the total of us? Oh my goodness.
Hey, did we lose like 300 pounds of weight too?
I'm sure. Yes.
Like a couple of people.
Yes. So Michelle is just about to start, but we are here to encourage you. You'll be here. You'll be right here with us, just enjoying life to the fullest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So let me take it over to Corey. Can you close it for us? Word of closing, then we'll give it to Debbie.
Okay, so first I would say that sometimes what I hear from people is like, yeah, but you're coaching that program, so of course you believe in that. I didn't used to coach the program. All of us started as clients, and we found that this was such an easy, simplistic program, and that's why we're here. So that's what moved us into coaching, because once we found it and we got healthy ourselves, then we found that this was something we loved and we wanted to help others. So that moved us into coaching. So if you don't want to think that it's just us, go talk to other people, other clients, and see how easy this program is. And the other thing I would say is, whether you're on this program or any other program, you need to reach out to your support system. So in this program, you have a coach, you reach out to your coach. But even us as coaches, we reach out to our coaches or to other people. For me, one of the things that calms me down and makes me feel better is I like to read. I like to read self-help books. I like to get all the knowledge. So I got a stack of books here that, when I need to be calm and get through the day, I grab one of those books, whether it's just reading some quotes for the day or just reading about something that I'm struggling with. But that's how I get through each and every day. And if I need to, if I need help, I reach out to my coach. So.
Yep, support system. That's it. We need to really dive into all four components, and has a health um, and has a caregiver. You even need more support, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need more support. So you're never alone. We're here to tell you, we hear you. You are seen, you are heard, and there is a face out here. We're still going through it, and you too will overcome. Whatever spot you are in right now, you will. It will come to pass. If you're a believer, just believe it. If you're not, well, still believe it. Still believe it. But whatever that situation is, it will pass. So I know sometimes, Michelle, do you have anything to add to this before we close it up with Debbie? Debbie, close it up for us.
Um, I know I seem a little busy, and I am. But I do apologize. I do because I really appreciate Coach Emma inviting me and getting to see faces and hear tips and everything. I really um feel like this is for me. I just as I was stating to Coach Emma last night, I was like, it's just always my goal to um really get to know what I'm diving into. And therefore, I feel like when I know, exactly what I'm diving into and ready to, I can feel more connected and ready to get started, like ready to go for it. And what she shared with me, is very easy, like simple as one, two, three. And I appreciate the program being like that. But I also appreciate the community and the like you saying, you're able to reach out, you're able to get advice and be in a community where it's not only somebody, trying to get you to, start on something or sell something to you, but it's somebody that's done it, that's, experienced it. And coming from many programs, I remember doing one here where I live in Tallahassee. Even though it was a at site place that I went to, get the help, it still was not like a community felt, no advice, no testimonies, nobody that said, hey, when you hit that, you're going to do this or do this to get out of that. Like I didn't get that support. And so I appreciate the support that I'm hearing this morning. Thank you, ladies.
Oh, that is so wonderful. That's what we hear. That's what we hear, you know. And I'll be so glad to continue to have you continue to join us. I know you're gonna share more because she's a caregiver too. You're a caregiver too.
Mhm.
So we're gonna hear more from you and really, you know. So Debbie, can you close us out?
I would be happy to. I didn't know I was going to be doing this, so yay. Thank you for the honor, Emma. Number one, Emma, thank you so much for starting this series. I think this caring for the caregiver is such a needed thing. We tend to forget the caregivers, and they are vital. So thank you. A couple things that were brought up that I guess I'll just touch on real quick. I think Corey maybe brought up that cost thing that some people have a, well, no. You brought up the people, of course, you coach this or you support that because that's what you coach and that's who, pays you. And so my idea on that is I just had a conversation over the weekend with a friend who was like, look, I mean, could you coach me and I not do the program? And I was like, I mean, technically I could because I am an independent certified coach. I could, but it's like if you know the thing that works, why would you not use that thing? And so I know that this is what works. And I've seen it. So I've been doing it a long time. I've seen the results. And so I choose to coach the thing that I know is going to get you the best results. So that's kind of my answer. It's just, I'm so freaking excited that we found this program because it's so awesome. And as far as the cost goes, like, holy cow, people will pay, like you said, for vacations, people will pay gym memberships, all these things. And not, they'll pay they'll think, oh, I'm going to the gym. It's only $30 a month. And they go like twice that month. How is that a valuable thing with this program, with what we are coaching? And I don't, somebody else might find a different thing that works for them. Do that thing. Because what you're investing, at least with this program, is you're paying for only your food. And generally speaking, the cost of the food is the same thing as the cost of food, regardless. Whether you're doing the program or not doing the program, you have to buy your food. So generally speaking, this doesn't cost more than not doing this. But with this program that we coach, you're getting your nutrition, you're getting your education, you're getting your support, all the community, like you're getting so much. It's like, so, I mean, it's like mind blowing. We probably should be charging more and we're not. And I'm glad we're not, but the cost is not even a factor. It's
It's
this is cheap.
not.
This is so cheap. And generally when people are getting healthier, they're needing less medications and they're living their life more fully. I mean, price is not an issue. So that's the commercial part, I guess. But back to the self-care thing, because the whole point of this particular talk was self-care. I love that we're talking about self-care. I do want to point out that people, when you're caring for someone else, the person getting your care is going to demand the care, because that is our default. You come out of the womb needing care. And so your little babies don't cry thinking to themselves, gosh, mom really looks tired. I'm just going to be quiet because mommy needs a nap. Like, babies want the food or the diaper change or whatever. And so that's how we are. That's our default, is to survive. Right. So if someone is young or injured or, like an Alzheimer's kind of situation, they're not going to give to you what you need, because they're going to be asking for more, because that's not wrong. They're not bad. It's just, that's where they are in their life at that moment. So knowing that, just understand that you are the one who has to protect you, right? That's the most, I mean, you have to protect you, because really, if you don't care for you, you've got like two options. One is you just give until you're completely worn out. You're totally inefficient at the job that you're trying to value so much anyway, and you kill yourself trying to take care of somebody else. And now they have no one, because you're dead on the floor because you just gave until you couldn't, right? So that's one of the options. And the other one is that you remember that you matter too. And so when we find that balance, we are happier people, which makes us nicer to be around for the person who's getting our care. Instead of like, eat your food, you're like, here, dear, I love you. So there's that. You come from a place of abundance instead of depletion, and you're going to last longer. You're going to do a better job. So self-care really is the primary part of caring for other people. So amen.
Amen. And that is it, ladies. Like, we kept it under an hour. That is great. Go ahead, Suzanne.
No, I was saying 1 hour. Good. My tip for the
That is wonderful. All right. With all that said, everybody cleared? Anybody else to add, or we'll just see next week? Thank you all so much. God bless you. You all have a great week, and we'll catch up again next week, same time. Bye.
Bye.